Hello, welcome in. This is Lost Souls Tarot. My name is Karen. Um, for some reason, I pulled out lots and lots of decks tonight. I think there's going to be quite a few. I'm going to start straight off with the Ouija deck. I had got the song One Shot. Is it called One Shot by Eminem in my head? I kind of had a bit of a download, which is that sometimes you think something was your only chance at something. In reality, it was a bullet dodged, or it was a blessing in disguise. Because what's for you won't go by you. But quite often we can sit and live in kind of, I don't use the word regret. That's not the right word, but feeling like we messed up when actually it was never meant to be. Well, I feel like with the first one out, the card has come out. Love. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we've got love. Okay, I've got my first choice swear word there. I'm not going to read it out, but I'm sure you can read that. That's a favourite of mine, that one. I don't know if I made that word up, actually. I'm sure I didn't. It's Scotland, where the America, and got a JK as well. So we've got a wee F shite. So we've got love, wee F shite, and a JK. Okay, so we've got someone who's perhaps has a little bit of alcohol issues, and someone who's not a very nice person. So I'm getting the feeling that this person might not be. Right, okay, hang on, that's too many. Let's just put them all back. This person might not be capable of love. I suspect this may be someone the collective in the past was in love with, or maybe in love with now. It's gonna get more apart. Oh gosh, blimmin' heck. I've got the heart chakra coming out. More I love. And Leo energy. Fifth house. Getting a bit of strength coming out here. Leo's strength card in the tarot's Leo. I get the feeling that this is a theme that's coming out in all my readings at the moment. This is someone who's come in and out your life maybe several times, because there's love and then there's them pulling on your heartstrings and it's taking strength, or this is something to do with the Leo. Not entirely clear yet at this stage. Let's just take one or two more. Do you know, I've been so disappointed every time I've used this deck. None of the swear words have come out. They're all coming out today. Got See You Next Tuesday coming out as well. Yes, I stole that from Charlotte in Sex and City. So got a Leo who's a See You Next Tuesday. Yeah, I think we've got some choice words to say about this person. Put it this way, if this person's in the past, I don't think there's any love lost now. I think this person messed with your heart big time. Big time. I think they had alcohol problems. I don't think they're a nice person. I think you could probably use every swear word under the sun to describe this person. We don't know, of course, because when we're healed, we don't give this person energy. We just live our life in indifference, and that's the perfect way to live our lives, which is don't give this person any of your headspace. I've got spring. So if that resonates, then cool. Do I want to do more? No, I'm going to. I pulled out a lot of cards. I'm going to do a line of the High Priestess deck. High Priestess always wants to come out. Just one line though. Got child, children, and there's another one coming out. And the letter S. Gosh, this is resonating with me a little bit. Right. So there's a child or children involved, or this person is incredibly childish. So there may be a bit of a man child, woman child, and we've got the letter S coming out as an initial, if that resonates with you. Just making a mess with these cards. Oh, right, okay, I've got crush. Another one. And emotionally unavailable, not surprising. Well, if somebody's emotionally unavailable, that's just going to mess with you. Or this person made you emotionally unavailable for a while, maybe. Take that one. No, I think they're emotionally unavailable. I mean, if you were getting over them, you would have been emotionally unavailable. Right, we've got the third eye, which is coming out next to JK and heart chakra. So I think you could see that this person was messing with your heartstrings, messing with your heart chakra, and had alcohol issues. We've got the police coming in, so you may have had to get the police involved with this. Or there may have been a police officer in a Leo. Got death. Right. So next to see you next Tuesday and Leo, death. So either this person has passed away or you ended it. Or they're no longer in the police. 2000s. So could have been born in the 2000s, or you first met this person in the 2000s. The 2000s is significant for whatever reason. Okay. Okay, I'm doing another line. I sound like I'm snorting something. I've never done that in my life. We've got water and just next to child. So if there's a child involved, there could be a water sign, or there could just be a lot of emotions because this person was very childish. Yeah, we've got S and toxic relationship coming out. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I think we've established that. But there's just a bit of clarification there. Hot and cold. Got a bit of sexting going on, but they're emotionally unavailable. Oh no. I went to pull a bit of ash off and I just blew tons of ash on the cards now. Well, isn't that just fabulous? No. Got the truth in July. So your third eye, you used your intuition and you could see the truth. And then there's something to do with the police in July. Whether this person was a police officer or there was some altercation. So this might have started in the spring and then something happened in July. And then we've got death. So something about this ending or this death and rebirth. The 2000s. This could be something that happened a really long time ago. Maybe this is something you're only just getting over. Again, this seems to be a recurring theme in my readings at the moment. And then we've got June. So I've got the police in July, but a death and ending in June. So maybe if you ended it, this person went a bit off the rails and then they had, you know, like altercations with the police the following month. Especially if they have alcohol issues or aggression issues. And then I've got last month. So this is currently the month of January, so something in December. But in the 2000s, possibly. So isn't necessarily, yeah. Maybe December in the 2000s. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to just let's, since we've got the police involved, let's start with the True Crime Oracle deck. Can't believe love and heart chakra came out. Whoever this Leo is, they're not a nice person though. Right, I've got imprisonment. This person could have ended up in jail or, you know, just temporarily in jail or being arrested, or I don't feel like this is your energy. This is them. Got revenge. That revenge is giving me a strange vibe, like they self-sabotaged this revenge, so maybe you'd feel sorry for them. Like, oh, I went off the rails so much that I got arrested or drank too much. And I've got motel, hotel. So this person might have nowhere to live, so they're having to kind of find some, I mean, hotels aren't cheap, but you know what I mean, just finding somewhere temporary to stay. I think that's giving me the vibe. The inside and secret wants to come out, but two came out, so I'm not taking them. Let's keep going. So why are they in temporary accommodation? Probably because maybe you kicked them out. That's too many. What have we got? Spouse, partner, family, devil, and outer space. This person out their nut. Given the cards that came out about this person, I think they're an absolute mess. Oops, no, that's too many. But for some reason, one single card just doesn't want to come out. Right, there we go. That one flew out. And it's in the upright, so what is it? Homicide. Okay. So we've got homicide next to hotel motel. Revenge. This is taking a bit of a dark turn. Okay. So we've got police in July. And then a death. Okay, maybe this is something a little more sinister. Okay. Where are we going with this, guys? Where are we going? No, that's too many. That one. Legal proceedings. Okay, this is something pretty serious. Intuition. So a third eye coming out over here, we'll get intuition. So if this resonates with you, you'll know what this is about. Now, you might not be involved in any of this. This might be some altercation this person had elsewhere. But this person's behind bars by the looks of it. Okay. Let's go with the true emotional deck. Cleanse the air a bit as well. It's a bit of a heavy feeling from these cards, unfortunately. I think at one point, because I had that Eminem song in my head at the beginning, one shot. I think maybe at one point you thought this was your one and only, like your one true love, maybe your twin flame, whatever you resonate with. Workplace affair coming out, imprisonment. That's an unusual combination. Okay. Oh. See, I didn't get the feeling that this, whatever was happening here, was to do with you. This is something that happened with this person over here who's an absolute mess, someone else in their life. Like, I felt like this was removed from you, and maybe it's just something that you're aware of that's happened. And so it might have whatever happened at this hotel, and I get the feeling it was attempted homicide. I don't feel like anybody, well, maybe I should, yeah, don't quote me on that. I'm still reading the energies. This could get quite dark. It might have been someone they met at their work, if they have a job. I mean, I got such a messy energy that I'm surprised they have a job. Got more legal matters coming out. The legal proceedings and legal matters. This person's just embroiled in stuff. Got secret accounts as well. Tell me about this motel hotel. Turning your back. Shady, I'd say. I think it's a bit of an understatement. Shady, yeah. I'm not. Wait a minute. So right, you've turned your back on this person. So you found out something that happened at a motel or a hotel, or they were staying at a motel hotel, but they were with someone else. Okay, hang on. Hang on, just hang on. I'm going to get all the cards. And then we'll interpret them. Guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong, ashamed. Yeah, I would be as well if I'd attempted to unalive someone. A secret account's wanted to come out before and I put it back and it's come out again. An intuition. Right, so you know this person is shady. You know they were messing about. They know they were. It might not be a workplace affair. They might just have been having affairs. But something happened with one of these affairs. Oh! That's why, yeah, okay. That's why the energy felt really far removed. It's not the person, this JK, see you next Tuesday, is the person he was with that did something for revenge and, you know, attempted something. It didn't go through, but someone's behind bars. And I think it's this third party. Whatever gender that is. Do you want some X marks the spot? What's the other deck I got out? I'm not going to use them. No, let's do what's the news. I'm feeling the Oracle decks today, actually. Well, these ones. Okay. Yeah, this is right. Okay. I've got lift off. Fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. I mean, double workplace affair. There's literally a rocket in that. I mean, could you get any more, like, you know, suggestive? Okay, so we've got lift off. Right. So there was like some fast action stuff going on. Okay. Got black sheep rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms on top of legal matters. I don't think it took much for you to walk away from this person. I think this person was surprised that you did, even though they got caught in whatever they were doing. Like, I think you were just like, no, that's it. We're done. Leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. Absolutely. So that's on top of turning your back. Absolutely. The minute you found out about what was going on in this hotel, you turned your back. You took it as a lesson learned. And I think you stopped seeing this person as your one shot. Your one shot at love, your one shot at whatever. No, that didn't kind of come out properly. I'm going to do it again. Oh gosh, that Eminem song's just going over and over in my head. Got one shot. Once in a lifetime, yo. Frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions on top of shady. This person didn't have good intentions. They were just using you, or, you know, they were just a user for in whatever capacity that was. This person was emotionally unavailable. They were hot and cold. It was a toxic relationship. You may have a child with this person, or they're incredibly childish. And I've got an alcohol problem. What a keeper. Right, I've got the cleanse, detox, ridding negativity, purification. So I get the feeling that these first two lines are the other people's energies. This is your energy. So this is you seeing the other person for who they are. And I think you just shut off for the minute you realized who this person was. You didn't care. That's too many. I just need one, please. Just give me one. I'm going to go into tarot. No, it's too many. So you got this person's. I wonder. Yeah. You got away from this person. You cleansed yourself. You healed. Red flag, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Yeah. I think you know this person's a giant red flag and you'll never go back. and they might be stalking you from secret accounts. Because I suspect you have them blocked. I would have them blocked, but you know, each to their own. Actually, I don't block people because it actually just shows that I've thought about it too much. I'd rather be indifferent, which is, yeah, sure, you can text me, I'm just never going to message you back. Okay, tell me about this workplace affair that ended up with somebody in prison and then you shooting off. You shooting off. Ghost. I can't make it up. So there's two in this deck, which is the Black Violet Tarot. There's two cards that are unique to this deck. So one is called Ghost. And for the other one's Coven. And for some reason, I forget what this one is. Hang on. Oh, I don't have my specs. Hang on. I'm just going to look it up. Just give me 2 seconds. Does it come at the end of the deck or does it come? No, it must come after the Major Arcana and then before. I'll know it when I look at it. Right, hang on. Haunting. Oh, it's Haunting Regret. Of course it is, and Self-Compassion. Yeah, so it's. So the Five of Cups is like regret and sadness. This is like haunting regret. This is like regret that will never kind of leave you or will follow you, not for a lifetime. I'm not sure if this is your regret or their regret, so let's just see how that goes. I mean, we've all done it where, you know, we've dated, well, we haven't, maybe not to the middle of your life at school, and, you know, you've been married to them for the last 30 years. But, you know, we've all, quite a few of us in a collective, I imagine, have dated people who we now go, really? What was I thinking? Like, was I on something? Got 10 of Wands. Okay. So this person burdened you, but what's interesting about this one is she's got 1 wand in her hand and 9 on her back, and she looks perfectly fine. To be fair, in this one, there is no end in sight. So in some of the 10 of Wands cards, you know, there's like a house or something. She's within, it's a she in this picture, but she's within sight of putting the burdens down. In this one, she isn't, but it's still a good card because she's got 1 Ace of Wands in her hand, which is her new beginning, her spark of creativity, and she's got her 9 in her back, which is the Wounded Warrior, which is, you know, I'm fine. I'm still standing. Elton John, I'm still standing, better than I ever did. And so I got a really positive energy from this one. So yeah, you just like you literally just ghosted this person. Like, you're just like, you cheating on me? Oh, you're seeing someone else at your work or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm off. And of course that's kind of one regret, but that 10 of Wands is like really, it's quite a positive energy here. You're like, I'm off. See you later with my burdens on my back. I'm gonna be the Wounded Warrior. I'm gonna survive. I'm going to go off my wee Ace of Wands in my hand and do something else. Queen of Cups. Right in the middle of the reading, or just about in the middle of the reading. What's she got in her hand? She's going to drop something in the water. She's got a cup in her hands and something in her other hand. It might be a flower. Maybe a rose. Queen of Cups is very emotionally intelligent, very mature, very nurturing, very kind, very sweet. But, you know, she's a queen, so, you know, she's not afraid to speak her mind or, you know, stand in her power. So yeah, you leveled up, you learned your lessons, you acquired wisdom, and you became the Queen of Cups if you weren't already the Queen of Cups. Possible water sign. We had water coming out here. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So tell me about this friend of me, fake friends, or tell me about this Queen of Cups, actually. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Page of Swords. So that's coming out on top of fake friends. Yes, you saw the truth about this person. I'm pretty sure that's what I said when that card came out. That they weren't on your side. They weren't your friend. They didn't. Let's say they didn't like you, but I never understand the motives of these kind of people. Sometimes it's just for convenience, you know. Or maybe there was a trauma bond there. Ace of Pentacles. So on top of the cleanse, detox, rid negativity, purification, got the Ace of Pentacles, which is like a new seed to plant. You know, going forth, planting your seed, having a new beginning, moving on, going and investing that seed somewhere else and watching it grow. I've got the Three of Swords, which is heartbreaking, especially when you look back. And what's interesting about this one is that I think in hindsight, we all see the red flags that we chose to ignore, the ones that were blazing in our face. And I think that can often make it even harder, because like, if I just not listened to them, if I just listened to my intuition, whatever. But that's why you're now the Queen of Cups. And if the High Priestess comes out again in one of my readings, I'm just going to explode, because she comes out in every reading, which seems to be every reading. It's like something that's turning into a High Priestess, which is learning to listen to your intuition, leveling up and going, I'm never not listening to my intuition again. Right, there we go. Got the Ace of Swords as well, which is the truth. That's on top of the Ghost, which is the haunting regret. So you see the truth about this. It is possible this person ghosted you. Maybe they ghosted you because they ended up in prison. Knight of Swords on top of the Ten of Wands. After the Ace of Swords, I've got the Page of Swords here, all with a single sword in their hand. 1, 2, 3. And I've got the Three of Swords there. It's kind of strange because all three swords kind of being held in the same direction. Oh no, actually I think that one might be in the opposite direction. No. Oh yeah. Oh. No, they're all facing that way. They're all going, oh gosh, I don't know if you see which way around you see this. They're all pointing to this side of the card. She's just facing the other way in that one. Do you know what this feels like? The energy I get is that each of these swords, because this is in the upright, have been pulled out. One in the Page of Swords, you pulled it out and you saw the truth. And when you see the truth about someone, it makes it, even if you're still in pain for a long time about the trauma they've caused you or the pain and heartache they've caused you, it does make it easier. The Ace of Swords, another one pulled out. Clarity about regret, sadness. And I've got the Knight of Swords, which is a really energetic card, the most energetic court card in the deck, on top of the Ten of Wands, which could be rushing in with, you know, clarity and a message. Each one of these, I get the feeling that you just pulled that sword out of your heart, one by one by one. All, and this one charging forward, and when you pulled the last one out, which is the Knight of Swords one, you're charging forward to your new beginning. But let's see what the cards say. Two of Swords. Interesting. This is a lot of swords that are coming out. Two of Swords. This is like lack of clarity, unable to make a decision, unable to see truth. Which is strange, because this Knight of Swords is rushing forward and the Two of Swords is like, I don't know what to do. Stuck in confusion. Is this your energy? Did this person try to put you in confusion so you couldn't move forward? Because it's almost like they're blocking your way. Like, you pulled out each of the swords, you tried to move forward, and then this person's like leaving you confused, stuck, leaving the Queen of Cups stuck. Why? Tell me about this Two of Swords now. Tell me about this lack of clarity. I mean, we've got the clarity here, we've got the clarity here, we've got the clarity here. It's just truth after truth after truth, so... The Moon. Coming on top of the Page of Swords. So the moon's about what's hidden. This is Pisces energy. Oh, did I have any other major? No, I've not done any other major arcana. Pisces is about what's hidden, what your intuition feels, but you can't see, the things that you just know, or what someone's tried to hide from you. Okay, so even though you pulled out each of these swords from your heart, you've got clarity, you've got truth, you're coming rushing in with the truth. There's still confusion because you still don't, it's almost like you still don't have all of the truth regardless of all these swords. Let's just see. Got the Hierophant. Okay, we've got Taurus energy coming out. So the Hierophant has wisdom. Oh, wisdom came out in this one, didn't it? Yeah, acquired wisdom. So you become the Hierophant. This is you. This is the collective's energy. I could get the feeling that this Knight of Swords just battered through this Two of Swords, used it and became the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant isn't particularly intuitive, but they still have a lot of wisdom. They're still a person with authority and knowledge and understanding. Unless, of course, it's the police, but I don't feel that. I feel like this is your energy. Judgment. Absolute judgment. This was it. Was that intuition? That one. What was it? Whoever this person is up here, they're under harsh judgment. Harsh judgment. From you, it feels, actually. Well, if the words like "see you next Tuesday" coming out and JK and yes, right, then, you know. 5 of Wands. What I like about this 5 of Wands is it's like they've got like 5 different chopsticks. It's not really wands, it's like chopsticks. And it's just like they're just going to stab each other with these, sorry, I maybe shouldn't say that word. STAB each other with these sharpened chopsticks. But 5 of Wands is kind of like about chaos energy, kind of fighting, nobody coordinated, lack of coordination, just fighting, which is strange because it's on top of the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity and seeing the truth. Again, it's a strange energy of like truth, confusion, what's hidden. On top of the truth, you've got the 5 of Wands, which is like more chaos. It's like every time you get a piece of truth, something comes to block it and bring more confusion. 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles, in this instance, I feel is about holding on. What's interesting with this one is I think they're all females in this, so I'm just going to refer to the figure as she. She's in a kind of, not a cavern, I'm trying to think of the right word, a valley, a hole. Now, so I mean, the 4 of Pentacles can be about being greedy, but in this instance, it's very much about being holding on, but being stuck, not able to let go, holding on, like stuck. Yeah, every time. So it's like the first sword of truth comes out, you've got the moon, what's hidden. You've got heartbreak, and then you pull another sword out with the sword of truth, but you've got chaos and confusion. Then you've got the Knight of Swords with another sword of truth, and you've got like, I'm stuck and holding on. And this was a real battle to let this person go. I don't know what hold this person had on you. Maybe it was a trauma bond, or you know, you've been with them a long time, or you know, there was, I don't know, but you thought they were the one and they really, really weren't. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out and the 2 of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune is about karma, but it's also about cycles. Repeating cycles. Does this person try to confuse you to repeat cycles with them? It's always the way, isn't it? Oh, don't leave so that we can just repeat the same old rubbish again. Queen of Wands, absolutely standing in her power, fire energy. Fire sign. Getting strong Leo coming through with this one, but it could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be that. That's just the energy that's coming through with this card. Tell me about this badass Queen of Wands. Five of Cups. Queen of Wands is staring at sadness in the face. They're facing each other, so I should have held that. What's the nine now? Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Swords want to come out there, but I just want one. Oh, this reading's hurting my third eye. Blooming heck. It's maybe just because I'm not wearing my spectacles actually, but King of Swords, another sword. So we've got the Page, the Knight, the King of Swords. Another sword of truth. But there's also a graduation here. There's an elevation. So it's the Page, the Knight, the King. That's growth. And the King of Swords is on judgment, which is on this heartbreak. I think you're seeing a lot of clarity and truth about this. I think you've grown massively because of whatever happened. What I like about this Judgment card actually is that she's sitting on the side of a pool and looking at her reflection in the mirror, in the water. So it's almost seeing like your light side and your shadow side. This King of Swords is under the moon, which is also in the moon card. And in the Wheel of Fortune, you've got cycles of the moon going around it. Okay. Oops, that's two. Page of Cups, Nine of Wands. Tell me about the Five of Wands. King of Swords. Oh no, it's too many. Come on. One. Two of Wands. So decision's been made. In this particular one, she's got a wand in one hand and the world held in her other hand. So we're moving on from this lack of clarity, being stuck and making a decision. And realizing that there's a whole world out there. This person really tried to get you stuck. I mean, all the swords that are held aloft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swords held aloft. And this person still got you stuck somehow in a hole, in a well, and down, you know, in an emotional... You know, it's almost like they had you in an emotional cul-de-sac. They had you emotionally stuck. I think once you realise all that someone does is bring you misery and pain, it is really easy to then shoot away. That is the Chariot coming out. Cancer energy on top of the Four of Pentacles. Absolutely fantastic. You made a decision and you shot away. That's the fastest moving deck in the card. Let's try that one again. Card in the deck. Fastest moving card in the deck. Cancer energy. Shooting away with your 2 horses and your wee horse and cart carriage. Okay, so tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. You are focusing on yourself and self-love and filling your cup right back up. And that's on top of the Wheel of Fortune, which is fantastic. That's really good, because the Wheel of Fortune is not always positive, but in this case, I think it's Dharma. Well, the wheel is turned and you're moving. Whatever this horrible stuckness here was with all these swords and the stuck. I just feel like this person they just stepped in your way so many times. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I get the dots now. There's a couple of dots here I didn't get before. Yeah, okay, I'll finish it and then I'll just kind of give a recap. Right, tell me this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Wands. So I'm getting some boss-ass energy from this Queen of Wands. It's like, no, don't mess with me. Six of Cups. So this is somebody from your past. Six of Cups can be about nostalgia, or it can be about reunion, or it can be about family reunions, or... Right, that makes sense now. Because I was struggling a little bit with this Five of Cups after the Queen of Wands. This is the other person's energy. This isn't your... The other person's in sadness. I'm not saying you weren't in sadness, but you've dealt with your heartbreak over here. You tried to have a new beginning with this person, this Ace of Pentacles. You tried to plant a seed with this person, and it just led to heartbreak, which turned you into... What's it turned you into? Turned you into more like a Knight of Swords. But you just cut through with the truth. You were just like, no. And then you were in confusion because there was stuff hidden. You became the Hierophant. There was more chaos. You got stuck holding on. You hit the Wheel of Karma. You became the Queen of Wands. You met this other person. There was sadness. You became the King of Swords. Yeah. That's just all. I kind of just repeating myself. Feels very hot and cold, back and forth, on and off. Nine of Pentacles, but this is you. This is fabulous energy on top of the Five of Cups. Is this person sad because they've tried to come back and you're just sitting here like, yeah, I'm just sitting in my pre-Empress energy, thanks very much. Hell no. It's funny because she's got her back turned to the Six of Cups. It's almost like she's got her back turned to the past. Like, moved on. She's just staring at her bird, having a good time. Oh, can't make it up. Because you the Empress. You the Empress. Absolutely. That's fantastic. I love the graduation in this. It's like got a Page of Swords, offering your love, ends in heartbreak, Knight of Swords, you know, kind of growth, confusion, listen to your intuition, you become the Hierophant, you judge this person, but they bring chaos, they get you stuck, the Wheel of Karma turns, you become the Queen of Wands, this person is in sadness and regret, you become the King of Swords, you make a decision, you move on, you find self-love, you turn your back to the past, and you become the Empress, which can be Taurus energy. I think that's a fabulous story. There's a lot of the readings are coming out like that at the moment. It's like something in the past, you become, you know, really strong, the High Priestess or whatever, and then there's never anything about what happens next. But let's take some X marks the spot cards. Let's just see if we can, take 3 of these. Just see if we can get a little something for the viewer. I get the feeling that a lot of things about what's coming in the future aren't here yet, because I get the feeling maybe you're not ready. Like you've healed and you've done the majority of the healing. I mean, you're the Empress, but you know, whatever this mess and drama over here, which I get was like something you heard about and you knew was going on, but didn't, other than you were associated with one of these people. I don't think it affected you massively, but you're just like, really? Follow your dreams. Yeah, follow your dreams. Okay, that's fantastic news. News. Message, that's a better word. Nope, that's too many. Take that one. Burn it down. Hell yes, you burnt it down. You got in your chariot and you ran away from this situation. You went, no, I'm not holding on anymore. I'm not going to be stuck in this emotional cul-de-sac, this little dark well where it's miserable and there's no water and, you know, that's, okay, wow, okay. I've got truth will out and walk away. I'm going to take both of them. Yeah, truth will out, walk away. So I think if you don't know the whole truth about what happens, and sometimes you never will because people won't admit what terrible scumbags they are. Sorry, I lost my flow of thought there because I got distracted by this card. Sorry, and I've got time for a career change. Okay, let's just take 3 outgoing cards for, and then we'll just call it a day there. Actually, no, let's not take the tarot. Let's take some from the white deck. I'm being called to take the top of that deck, so. Okay, little white deck. Oh, there's an F flipping out. And scarcity tactics. Yeah, this person was all about the games, all about the hot and cold. In and out, in and out, in and out. Disappearing, ghosting. So you're following your self-expression. Possibly if you are feeling you need a career change, it might be something to do with your creative spark. Because that 10 of Wands there, she had the Ace of Wands in her hand and the 9 in her back. Which went like, I'm going to go and follow my creativity. And I'll get intervention. Intervention, divine intervention. Is there divine intervention here? Healing. Absolutely, you are healing. Which is why I think it finishes on the Empress and why a lot of my readings here, you know, not gone on to what's happening in the future because, yeah, December, that came out before last month, 2000s. December is significant for some reason. Doesn't necessarily mean last month. It could, something significant could have happened in a December in the 2000s. But take that one how it resonates. It could be last month. Yep, this person was spiteful. Maybe you were in the past. Also got August coming out. I'm going to take one more from this deck and I'll take some from the black deck. And I've got nature. Get out in nature and ground, basically. Which is maybe how you're healing. You may be getting out. I mean, it is January, but, you know, I love walking my dog in the middle of nowhere, even in January. Because it just, so healing. What have we got here? An I and an F. F. Or Fiona. And an S. Okay, we've got lies and deception, abandonment wound, male, and balanced. Okay, too many came out, but that was the ones there. Take a few more and then we'll just call it quits. I think I've got a little overboard with these sometimes. Got confusion. Yeah. This person, 2 of Swords due. I've also got October, August, October, December. No, that rock bottom wants to come out, but it was more than one, so I'm not. There we'll go, that one. What's that? Ugh. Repressed feelings, stroke, trauma. So you might still have, you might have had repressed feelings about this person from the 2000s that you're healing from now. Because I get the feeling that this person reappeared recently. They might have even kind of brought an offer in, but they're just crying in that card with their hands over their face. Lack mentality. Yeah, this person's in 5 of Pentacles energy. Or maybe this is what they were trying to make you feel. I'm trying to put you in a lack mindset. That's what hot and cold does to you. Makes you want the person even though they're like really unappealing. Psychology. Number 3 and option. Yeah, this person treats you like an option. Is that 2 cards? Okay, we're going to take one more and call it a day, honestly. I keep saying I'm going to call it a day and then I never do. I just enjoy reading so much. Right, there we go. 1980s. Ooh, interesting. 1980s and 2000s coming out. Okay, so if you were born in the 1980s and the 2000s, you were maybe quite young. Maybe met when you were teenagers, high school sweethearts, something like that. I get the feeling you took very different paths, but this person, I get the feeling that they might have satellited back in and out of your life. They might have spent some time in prison. There might have been something really horrible that went on in the past. I mean, clearly there's drama going on in this person's life. This person caused you a lot of heartbreak, but you're sitting in your Empress. I mean, it's literally the Nine of Pentacles and then the Empress. Like pre-Empress energy, then Empress. The growth in these cards is phenomenal. It's really lovely. So my Empress, or Emperor, I was going to say like Emperor or something. I don't know. It's Emperor, isn't it? I'm tired. Do forgive me. Okay, well, thank you for listening if you got to the end of that waffle. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and you have a lovely, what day is today? Wednesday evening, and yeah, take care. Bye-bye.